Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of John Block Marathon Madness. I'm your host, Johnson McGain, and I played Hunter on Hey Hunter and John Block. And John Block OG. We have made it for the week. This is the last episode of this week. Until next week, we're not done yet. We're far from done. But this is it for this week. So happy Friday! In today's Marathon Madness, number 6, we will be discussing, hold on, let me find it here. How do you seniors? Our outdoor cat. I don't know if you can see him. We got 3 family cats. Leo, and Leo is, 11, will be 11 months on the 23rd. He was born on September 23rd, so it's almost here. And we got him in November of last year. And then our outdoor family cat, who we had with us, around us, since October last year. Her name is Oreo, and she is a black and white cat. And we thought she was a stray cat, and we took her in and took care of her October, early November. Unfortunately, we found out it was our neighbors, so we had to give it back. But she still comes outside and comes to our deck, so and she's still friends with us. And then we have this another outdoor stray cat that we take care of is Leo Senior, and he's or I don't know how long. I don't know when he started coming over here. I think it was like sometime this year, earlier this year. I don't know how old he is, and we don't know how old Oreo is. We just know how old Leo is, and that's our indoor home 24 hours, 7 days a week cat, Leo. So today we're going to discuss the season 1, episode 14, called First Brotherhood. Season 1, episode 14, Savage Picture Day, and season 7, episode 13, Savage Picture Day 2.0. So we're discussing Picture Day today. So we're going to start with season 1, episode 14. And this is the 8th grade Picture Day. So this episode starts out like any other episode. Let's see. Hold on. Alright, I had a check on something. We're back. Alright. So this starts out like any other episode, but it's Picture Day, and Hunter looks good. His hair looks good. Everything looks good. And you know how some picture days are, where sometimes we don't like our outfit that our parents put out for us, or we don't feel confident in our outfit or our hair or our glasses. We look like a nerd. And trust me, we all been there. I personally been there. On the show, off the show, my character and many other times looked ridiculous and embarrassed. But this time, Hunter is very confident in Picture Day, his 8th grade Picture Day. He's a savage. He's the Brotherhood leader. He's finally a leader of a fun group or a team that he's never been a leader before. So he has lots of confidence as being a savage, being a leader, and he looks good. He thinks his glasses look good, his hair looks good, his outfit looks really good. He's a true savage and he's slaying. So he's ready for this picture day. So he gets out to the alley, to the bus, he gets to school, he eats breakfast. He's really careful to not get any food on him. And luckily the picture day is before lunch. So that's good. So it's in the morning during one of the periods. I think it was third. I'm gonna say it was second period, maybe. I think second or third period. Anyway, I'll get to that in a little bit. So he goes to Breakfast Club. He sees Erica. She says he looks good, and the teacher near Mr. Backer says he looks good, and his friends, say he looks good. So he's feeling more confident now, more than ever. He gets ready. So, I'm trying, and then he goes to English, which is first period. They do that. I think they're reading something at this point, and then they go to second period. Miss Warnock, which is reading, and Camden, his assistant, says he looks good. And other friends in the meeting says he looks good, and he's feeling really confident. And then they call him during instructions or something during activity. The announcements go on and say these people come down to the library. That's where the picture day was, to get your picture. The hunter's running down the sided. Background music is playing, I think, strutting and stuff like he always does. Being a savage, being a leader, and he catches up with some friends, with some Brotherhood members. Friends like Aiden, and Brotherhood members like Jared, and I believe Caden and Kason, some people. And they tell Hunter he looks good and have a good picture and good luck and all of this. And he goes in there. They make Hunter pose for the camera. How they usually do it, how awkward it is. They want it in a certain way. And there's a plane up there. Wow. Okay. And then the camera guy takes a couple pictures. He is looking good for the pictures for the camera. So that's good. And he, once all the pictures are done, they review the pictures at the end. And Hunter likes him. He's confident about it and says yes, yes, yes. And then he moves on back to the second period. He goes out in the hallway. Friends and people say, "You look good, slay, savage." Pat me on the back. High five me, fist bump. And I go back to strutting my stuff up to second period. And then we go to third period, play algebra, do that. It's kind of stressful, but okay. Lunch, and he can eat and not worry if anything gets on him. And that's good. And people, Aiden, not Aiden, the members and his friends at lunch, during the lunch meeting, tell him how good he looks and how good his pictures must be, and we can't wait to see him eventually. So, and they eat lunch, and then they go to advisory and inquire, and then not advisory and science, and then choir, and then advisory, choir, science, yeah, civics, crazy civics, and then resource. When they work on some math with Erica, and then he goes home, and he's feeling good, as he should. Now we're going to go to Season 7, Episode 13, Savage Picture Day 2.0. This is Savage on Block, after the 2-year hiatus. This is now 10th grade, sophomore year. So, Um, so Hunter's now 10th grade, and he's grown up now since 8th grade, and he's still feeling confident. He's in his golden era. He's wearing gold. He's wearing bright yellow. He's like the sunshine. He's bright. He's a savage still. Better than ever. The Brotherhood's back and better than ever. He's slaying. Um, and he's lit and confident. He looks good. He likes his outfit. He likes how he looks. And he's feeling confident. For picture day, he's shining bright for picture day. So he gets on the bus. He gets to the high school. Because he's in high school at this point. Duh. Um, um, and he, and it start and he goes to his he goes to Hartman Career Center. The first period, early childhood education. Second period, early childhood. Third, the first 3 periods are early childhood. And people tell him that he looks shiny, he looks good. So, and then he heads back, and then he goes to ICP, and I'll get to more details about all this when we talk about Savage on Block OG portion of Savage on Block 10th grade edition. When we get more details about that, but ICP is a science class, and during that class, that's when the picture day is. So, and he goes up there to the library, and he's looking good, and they pose him. You know how it always is, awkward. #awkward. And then he gets his pictures. He reviews his pictures. He's looking good. He says he's looking golden and shiny and bright because that's who he is as a savage. And then he struts his stuff back to ICP, finishes that, and then goes to it's a Visway and then lunch. And then ice. So he does all that. But actually, I got it wrong. I messed up the details. Visway, he has a Visway still in 10th grade, which is a study hall. He does that. And we don't see but that's when the announcement's called. We get that. The announcement's called. He goes to the picture day. He does all that, like I said. Then he goes to lunch. And thankfully, before lunch, once again, just like in 8th grade, the picture days before lunch, so he don't have to worry about that. Then he goes to lunch after Visa, he goes to lunch. And then ICP, I messed it all up. That's science. And then he has Algebra 2. It's a little bit stressful, and then he goes to U.S. history, and I'll get into that later. But it's a little bit crazy, and I'll tell you why in a different episode. And then which I think, you know what, I messed up. Algebra 2 and then resource, and then U.S. history, that 7th period. So, and then the day is done, he struts his stuff and sways on out of school to the bus, and he heads home. So, there's that. So, yeah. So, both times, Savage Picture Day and Savage Picture Day 2.0 were totally savage, totally strutting his stuff, totally slaying and shiny and confident, because that's who Hunter is. He's confident, he's a savage. So that's what his pictures are. It's savage and shiny and wonderful. But that's it for tonight's episode. Savage on Block tonight's episode of Savage on Block Marathon Madness. I hope that there's another plane. I hope everyone has a great evening, a great night, a great weekend, a wonderful weekend, I should say. And I will see you Monday night for another episode of Marathon Madness. Have a great night, everybody. May God bless you all. Have a good night.